are you just simply reacting? When you begin a conversation with a potential customer, are you confidently guiding that conversation? See, every time that two people talk, whether it's with a spouse, a coworker, or with a customer, someone is always steering. Someone is always guiding the focus of that conversation and where it's going to go next. And here's what part most people don't realize. It's not the person who's the loudest or the most aggressive. It's the person who is asking the questions. Hi, and welcome to another episode of The Human Code, where we redefine sales through the human connection, where we strip down that sales transaction to what really matters, those timeless and basic communication skills. I'm Gaytan, and in this episode, we're talking about control. And the reality is that you might be saying way too much, but not really getting anywhere productive. Questions are the most underrated and underused strategy in sales. Think about the last sales call that you listened to. Did it sound like someone was basically taking a food order? Yeah, that's what we call order taker mode. And it's what happens when a salesperson is either unprepared or afraid of saying the wrong thing, that they don't control the conversation and the customer ends up leading. The customer decides what's important. They set the pace and they control the outcome. Meanwhile, the salesperson is just reacting and hoping that somehow something becomes of this conversation, hopefully an appointment. Listen, if it's a Sunday afternoon and you're babbling about life over a good IPA, that's different. But if you're trying to accomplish something, anything in a conversation, then you've got to be in control. And control doesn't mean being overly aggressive or pushy. It means being intentional. It means slowing down and guiding the conversation so that it feels natural for the customer, but it's successful for you. Now, how do you take control of a conversation though? Well, it comes down to 3 simple steps: prepare, guide, and confirm. Step 1, prepare. Preparation is power. You wouldn't get into your car without actually knowing where you're gonna go, right? Well, the same applies here. Before every single phone call, you've got to take a moment to outline what you need to learn. So ask yourself, what do I need to understand about this person to move forward, right? You might be lucky enough to have a guide or a process for these conversations. When you're prepared, you're confident, and confidence sounds like control. So if your employer offers you a script, use it. Step 2, guide. Guiding means that you're leading with curiosity. It's not about asking just any question, it's about asking the right ones. After you respond, you're going to keep the conversation moving with no dead spaces. If the customer throws a question at you like, well, what's the best price on that vehicle anyway? Well, you're going to respond with confidence, and then you're going to continue with another follow-up question. Something like this: the lowest price on that was just published this morning, sir. It's $28,995, and that's due to the miles, the year, overall condition, and demand. Now, question for you, would you also consider a year older or newer if it fit in your budget? You see, guiding isn't just about sticking to a script like a robot. It's about finding a rhythm. You're listening, responding, and redirecting with purpose. And then step 3, confirm. This is the most overlooked, guys. When you confirm, you're making sure that you and the customer are aligned. You can simply echo their response, or it's as simple as saying something like, so what I'm hearing is that you're looking for something reliable that also fits your growing family's budget. Did I get that right? Confirming shows empathy and control at the same time. It tells the customer that you're listening, but you're also leading. Listen, you are a professional. You create direction, connection, and conversation. Control doesn't mean manipulating people. It means momentum for you. And when you're not in control, you're leaving your paycheck to chance. And who wants to do that today? Here's your simple human habit of the week. You're going to ask one more question. Before any conversation, whether it's personal or professional, just pause and ask one more question. You're going to be surprised at how often that single question turns into a real connection. And that is the human code. We'll see you next time.